Tuesday, October 9. This is the news on PBCJ. I'm Simone Absalom. Customers of Jamaica Public Service Company Limited will see marginal movements in their electricity bills this month. According to the Office of the Utilities Regulator, OUR, residential and small and medium business customers will see a less than 5% increase in their bills, while medium to large high-volume consumption businesses will see a 0.5% or less decrease in their bills. OUR said this is inclusive of fuel and independent power producers' charges. The new rates took effect October 1 and will therefore be reflected in customers' bills issued or consumption after that date. The projected bill impact follows OUR's approval of a 2.8% average increase in non-fuel tariff and a 0.4% average increase in the overall tariff in its determination in response to JPS's 2018 annual review and extraordinary rate review application. With the impending January 1, 2019 timeline for a ban on the importation, manufacture, and distribution of certain categories of plastic packaging materials, the government will be launching an education campaign to sensitize the public. Government Senator Matthew Samuda made the disclosure during Friday's sitting of the Senate.
I just want to also acknowledge the public servants who are now tasked with implementing this regulation which has been announced. It is good to see that certainly on Tuesday of this week, they convened a meeting of all government agencies which are responsible for implementing this measure, and a public education campaign which is fulsome and takes into consideration all of the issues is to be launched.
The ban relates to single-use plastic carrier shopping bags, expanded polystyrene foam, commonly referred to as styrofoam, and plastic drinking straws. It does not apply to bags used to maintain public health or food safety standards, such as those utilized to package raw meats, flour, sugar, rice, and baked goods such as bread. The Ministry of Health's Human Papillomavirus Vaccination Program, HPV program, has kicked into another gear with the second cohort of grade 7 girls now benefiting from the drive. The move is a proactive measure by the government to protect girls against cervical cancer, which takes the lives of hundreds of women in the world per year and hundreds of thousands more worldwide. The vaccine is being administered by girls aged 9 to 14 and is free of cost. It is not mandatory. Chief Medical Officer in the ministry, Dr. Jacqueline Besessa-McKenzie, said the initial target for the program is 22,000 girls. Dr. Besessa-McKenzie was addressing a post-United Nations high-level meeting on non-communicable diseases, a press conference held at the ministry's offices in New Kingston on Monday. The Health Ministry started administering the HPV vaccine to grade 7 girls in October last year. Not changing course. That's the message from Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton regarding his ministry's current campaign against excess sugary drinks. Last week, Professor Errol Morrison, honorary president of the Diabetes Association, questioned the clarity of the message during an interview on RJR's Beyond the Headlines. He said he believed there should be some adjustments to the campaign, as the consumption of sugar alone does not contribute to diabetes. At a press conference Monday, Dr. Tufton reiterated that he is very comfortable with the message being disseminated, indicating that he is guided by the standards of the World Health Organization and other regional bodies. Morrison, in an interview with the Gleaner yesterday, said while he has no intention of being confrontational, he stands by his opinion that the message must be more comprehensive. An agreement has been brokered between the Union of Clerical, Administrative and Supervisory Employees, UCASE, the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union, BITU, and contractor on the Mandela Highway project, China Harbor Engineering Company. UCASE and the BITU were representing the interest of workers who took industrial action against Czech. Following a meeting Monday, UK's President Vincent Morrison told the Jamaica Observer that the company has agreed to address all concerns raised by workers. Among concerns raised, the workers' inadequate protective gear to be supplied to the employees, adequate amounts of portable drinking water to be made available to employees up to 8 hours. Mr. Morrison said these issues have been resolved after exhaustive talks. He said the matter of payment for work on public holidays as well as weekend work was also discussed and resolved. The concerns have been a source of contention between the employees and the contractor, leading to industrial action by some workers last weekend. The workers resumed duty on Saturday under the advice of UCASE and BITU, pending the outcome of this week's meeting. 20 truck drivers had quit working. He said the changes are expected to take effect immediately. Morrison said the unions are hoping to have a follow-up meeting with CHEC to discuss other labor-related issues. The US dollar on Monday, October 8, ended trading at $133.99, up by 19 cents, and that's according to the Bank of Jamaica's daily foreign exchange trading summary. Meanwhile, the Canadian dollar ended trading at Jamaican $102.71, down from Jamaican $103.71. While the British pound ended trading at $173.23, down from $173.77. In regional news, Florida was warned Monday to plan for life-threatening flash flooding as Hurricane Michael heads for the U.S. Gulf Coast, where it is expected to make landfall midweek as a major Category 3 hurricane. The alert came as the tropical storm strengthened to a Category 1 hurricane, packing maximum sustained winds of 75 miles earlier in the day. By 6 o'clock GMT, it was nearing the system western tip of Cuba of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula and was forecast to push through the Gulf of Mexico before moving inland over the northern Gulf of Florida. The Miami-based National Hurricane Center had this to say. It says it's expected to be a violent Hurricane 3 with the power to uproot trees, block roads, and knock out power for days by the time it hits Florida on Wednesday, before moving across the southeastern United States through Thursday. In sports, we kick off with football as the national senior women's team, the Reggae Girlz, clinched a thrilling 1-0 contest against Costa Rica. This was a Group B CONCACAF final round Women's World Cup qualifiers held in Edinburgh, Texas, Monday. National senior women's football team goalkeeper Sydney Snyder produced a sterling performance with 4 crucial saves in the second half as the Reggae Girlz defeated their South American rivals. Reggae girl Khadija Shaw netted the deciding goal in what overall was a dominant showing. The win gives Jamaica 3 points and put them in 3rd place heading into their final game on Thursday against last-placed Cuba, whom they also played and defeated 5-1 in the previous round of qualifying on September 2. And that's the news. Thanks so much for making it PBCJ. Remember, we are the People's Station.